What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we have some absolutely crazy news coming out from the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. And it is that they are getting a brand new Sugo Fest, which does include 2 brand new legends. Yes, you heard that correct. 2 brand new legends are coming in a Sugo Fest batch, so it is 2 new legends along with 3 separate rare recruit characters. And this is some pretty crazy news that really shocked the community, because when they usually bring out 2 legends at once, I think they've only done it maybe 1 or 2 times ever in the whole history of One Piece Treasure Cruise. They haven't done it that many times, but usually they don't bring a batch along with it. So they're bringing along 2 brand new legends, being Kuzan AOKIJI and Sakazuki AKAINU. And in this video, we are going to be breaking down these 2 brand new legends. Shout out to JapanUberAlles for the data mining of the characters and what they do in their artwork. So shout out to JapanUberAlles. I'll link their Twitter down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, let's start talking about the brand new Admiral Kuzan Navy HQ Admiral. Now this is some crazy stuff, so kind of leading in the same direction as V2 Shanks. These 2 brand new legends are going to be color-based legends. So first of all, let's talk about him. So he is a Psy Striker Shooter type character, so he maintains the exact same classes as his previous version 1 legend counterpart. However, this time, instead of being a quick unit, he is a Psy unit. Currently, as of me making this video right now, we don't have the max statistics or cooldowns of this character special, but we do know obviously that he's going to be 55 cost, and we are kind of assuming, but makes sense, that he's going to have 5 socket spots as well. Now, his captain ability will boost Quick and Psy characters' HP by 1.35 and their attack by 3.25, and that's just starting off at base is 1.35 health, which is very significant, and a 3.25 times attack. That's very strong for a base multiplier that can even go even further beyond. Now, on top of that, he makes Quick and Psy orbs beneficial for Quick and Psy characters, which is really nice. I don't see anything wrong with that. That is quite nice, even though Quick characters, they're not going to get much like benefits out of this, only making just Psy matching, and then Psy units will have the blue as matching. Even though there isn't too much a benefit of this, you'll see why this is very powerful later on. On top of that, after attacking in the order of Psy, Quick, with attacks that are no lower than good, you get an additional 1.25 times attack multiplied by the base 3.25, which works out to be just over 4 times attack multiplier. So for the first 3 attacks of this guy's regular attack chain, they're 3.25 attack. Then the last 3 units, ideally hitting in the right order, you're going to be getting a 4.06 multiplier, which I believe is the exact same as V2 Lucci's multiplier on the last perfect. So this guy's going to be very strong. He's going to be able to deal a ton of damage whilst maintaining a very high tankiness with his massive HP stat. 1.35 is nothing to really shy away from, and on top of it, because he is a quick and a Psy character, or as a captain, you want to go ahead and use the Arc Maxim ship, which works perfectly with this team, giving you more health, more attack, and giving you a fixed damage dealing special from the ship itself. So this works and synergizes really well with already a lot of the Quick and Psy units that One Piece Treasure Cruise has to offer. Moving on from that, we're going to be talking about his special ability. Now, as I said, guys, we don't know his max cooldown as of right now. If we do get it, I will put it down below as the pinned comment, so you broskies can go ahead and check that out. But what his special does, it will go ahead and change all your orbs, including block orbs, into either Quick or Psy, and then furthermore, will boost the attack of Psy and Quick by 2.25 for 1 turn. That is a crazy good special, right? Because we already know with his captain ability, Quick and Psy are going to be treated as beneficial, and his special will give you a full board of matching orbs with him being as the captain. Then on top of that, applying a 2.25 type boost to the classes or the colors that he boosts as the captain is amazing, because it means when you use him as a captain, you don't really need to go ahead and bring another type booster. You don't have to, you know, fulfill one of your crew spots as being the type booster, because he himself is the type booster, which is something that I really talk about in a lot of my streams and videos, is the fact that if your captain is the crew's type booster or the orb booster or something, as long as he fulfills a role, it makes your team that much better. And like, I can already see right now, this is going to be one of the most powerful and one of the most used legends I could see in One Piece Treasure Cruise, just because of how much of an array of characters there are in Quick and Sai. I mean, just off the top of my head, you know, you got characters like Shirahoshi, you got Marco, you know, you got so many good characters that can be utilized with this Kuzan. Also, someone was talking about this in one of the discords as well, as, you know, you could potentially run like a hybrid striker team using, you know, Neko as a captain, or even him as a captain, and you bring someone like Law V2, who is a striker booster with the orbs. So you got a 2.25 type, a 2.25 orb, and because Kuzan will shuffle all your orbs into Quick and Sai, you can use Neko to treat them as beneficial if he was the captain, or if you use Kuzan as the captain. Like, there's so many good combinations with this character. I really do like this Kuzan, because Sai and Quick has such good combinations, as I keep reiterating. So this is really impressive. I really like the way that they have built the Kuzan, although in my personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of color boosting legends. In my personal opinion, I would prefer class boosting legends, but at least they're shuffling things up. They are making things a little bit different for the players, now shifting away from classes a little bit and moving more into color based legends, which is going to be very interesting. But now let's talk about the second legend in this brand new Rare Recruit batch. Moving on, let's start talking about Sakazuki, the Navy HQ Admiral. So this time around, V2 AKAINU is going to be an int fighter shooter type character. If you guys remember way back before AKAINU even came out to One Piece Treasure Cruise, I originally thought that fighter shooter would have been the perfect class combinations for AKAINU, but they went with Driven Powerhouse, which still is a very good class combination, but it made the most sense considering they had Shooter Striker for Kuzan, and they had Shooter Slasher for Kizaru, and then Shooter Fighter for AKAINU made the most sense. But they're finally bringing us here with a fighter shooter Sakazuki, and as I said, right now we don't know the exact statistics for his health or what his cooldown is going to be, but we all suggest that he's going to be a 55 cost, or we already know he's a 55 cost, but we're all suggesting he's going to be a 5-socket spot character. Let's start talking about his captain ability. So the captain ability of Sakazuki is very similar to Kuzan. Like, their special ability and captain ability are pretty similar, although there are a little bit of changes made, slight changes made. So the captain effect of Sakazuki will boost strength and int type characters attack by 3.25. However, he does not give a health boost like what Kuzan does. Then on top of that, strength and int orbs will be beneficial for strength and int characters, similar to Kuzan with his colors, where now strength characters will have purple as matching, and then purple characters will have red as matching. So it is quite nice that they are doing that, and obviously with the special ability, you guys already know how this is going to work. But instead of going ahead and giving more attack after a certain attack order, what he will do is depending on the amount of perfects that you hit during a turn, he will go ahead and deal up to 500 times his attack to one enemy as damage at the end of the turn. Now, this would be amazing if it was AoE damage. I didn't even know what to think if it was going to be AoE. But 500 times his attack at the max is insane. That is so much goddamn damage. I mean, you got guys like Gear 4, right? Gear 4, when you use his special, is like 200 times his attack. And that already does a ton of damage. We already know how much damage that does. Now, if you hit all your perfects, what we know at this point, it's gonna be, if you hit all of your perfects, you deal 500 times your attack to one enemy. That is so much goddamn damage, and that will be able to clear a lot of mobs, or a lot of units, a lot of bosses in Colosseums, in training forests, in raid bosses. This is going to be a very good captain ability. And remember, if you're running double AKAINU, that's 1,000 times his attack. Like, that is so much goddamn damage, man. I can't even begin to imagine some of the crazy videos you're going to be seeing of this character as a captain. So that's overall his breakdown of his captain ability. Very strong. for strength and int, and even if you do have the version 1 Akainu, you can still run your Akainu as a captain and then bring this guy as a friend, because it works very, very well. And remember that the special ability of this Sakazuki will change all your orbs to strength and int, and then you can use the special of V1 Akainu, who I believe shuffles all non-strength orbs, and you can just, you know, get a higher chance of getting those strength orbs. So I guess this is some really nice support for the original Akainu, but ideally you want to go ahead and run the double brand new int Akainu. Works very, very well. Now let's talk about the special ability of this character. As I mentioned before, we do not know the exact cooldown of this character, but what his special does, very similar to Kuzan, will change all orbs, including block orbs, into strength and int, meaning you get a full board of matching orbs when this guy is the captain, and then we'll go ahead and boost strength and int orb effects by 2.25 for 1 turn. So that's the slight change between Kuzan and Sakazuki, is the fact that Kuzan was an attack booster, whereas Sakazuki is an orb booster. And what people found out right away is the fact that this character is going to be fantastic with the brand new V2 Shanks that came out right before this batch of SugoFest exclusive came out, because we have the V2 Shanks, who is an int character. Gives a full board of orbs depending on how many colors of a certain unit you have on your team. He gives a chain boost, and also is a type booster by 2.25 for depending on how many of the certain color you have. So if you're running an int team with this character on it, that is goddamn crazy. You can get a full board of orbs, 2.25 attack, 2.25 orbs, 0.9 added to the chain multiplier. Like, this character works so well with that new Shanks. So if you have that new Shanks, this Akainu is going to be his best friend for building teams, and I think overall this is a very, very impressive set of characters. But as I mentioned before, guys, personally, I'm not a big fan of the color-based legends. I do heavily prefer the class-based legends, because as we can see straight away, you are kind of limited to the colors that you can have in your team. Obviously, there are color boosters, and it depends on how many colors you have on the team, depends on what units you're going to be boosting with your colors. I personally prefer the class teams because you can run any color you want, and it does help out your team significantly if you are going ahead and, you know, bring a color depending on what boss you have to take on. So no matter what kind of content you have to take on, class teams can shift their teams around to take on certain content. Whereas with the color teams, they are kind of restricted. However, with the example here of Sakazuki and Kuzan, they do predominantly have int and and your psi units, which don't have a weakness. So I guess there is kind of a balance there where they are sort of really powerful still. But me personally, I still do prefer the class teams, and you can still technically use them on specific class teams. It's going to be extremely limited to those class teams using the colors, but still, either or, the legends are extremely powerful. I have no doubt they're going to be probably in tier 0. We're going to have to wait and see how they deal with the meta and how they deal with the most current content and what kind of teams people are going to build with them. It's going to be very interesting. But this is going to conclude the video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.